Miss Sage and welcome to Family Storytime with the Sewickley Public Library. Make sure to tune in each week on YouTube for more virtual story times. Babies and Books on Tuesday, Stories for Twos and Threes on Wednesday, Preschool Story Time on Thursday, and then more Family Story Time on Friday. All the story times are at 9:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and sing a welcome song. Let's sing Everybody Have a Seat. Everybody have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Everybody have a seat on the rug. Not on the ceiling, not on a bug. Everybody have a seat on the rug. Nice singing, everyone. Today we're gonna read one of my favorite fall books. It's called In the Middle of Fall by Kevin Hinkes, illustrated by Laura Dronzek. You can find this book on our story walk at Audubon Greenway. There will be other story walks at Mary Roberts Reinhardt Nature Park, Fern Hollow Nature Center, and Ohio Township Nature Center. All the story walks are running September 25th through October 18th. Check out the last slide here for more information. In the middle of fall. In the middle of fall, when the leaves have already turned, I'm starting to see some leaves look like this. And the sky is mostly gray and the air is chilly. And the squirrels are frisky. And the gardens are brown. You see some little friends that are climbing on the sunflowers, maybe looking for a snack. And the pumpkins are ready. I see a little mouse friend again. And the apples are like ornaments. It takes just one big gust of wind, and all at once, everything is yellow and red and orange. All over, all around. Look how beautiful all the leaves look blowing. Right in the middle of fall. Has anybody ever jumped in a pile of leaves? It's super fun. But remember it because soon, so remember the squirrels, remember the birds and the pumpkins, the beautiful apples and the leaves falling, because soon the yellow and red and orange will be gone. All the leaves fell, and the sky will change again. And then soon, very soon, the sky will be white and empty. Ready to fill up with snow. Look at all that beautiful snow. This song is called Autumn Leaves Are Falling Down. If you have a scarf at home or a favorite stuffy, you can get up and sing along and dance with me. Autumn leaves are falling down, falling down, falling down. Autumn leaves are falling down all around the town. The wind will blow them round and round, round and round, round and round. The wind will blow them round and round, all around the town. They're drifting gently to the ground, to the ground, to the ground. They're drifting gently to the ground, all around the town. You got a rake out? Take a rake and rake them up, rake them up, rake them up. Take a rake and rake them up, all around the town. This story is called Fletcher and the Falling Leaves. It was written by Julia Rawlinson and illustrated by Tiffany Beek. The world was changing. Each morning, when Fletcher bounded out of the den, everything seemed just a little bit different. The rich green of the forest was turning into a dusty gold, and the soft, swishing sound of summer was fading to a crinkly whisper. Fletcher's favorite tree looked dull, dry, and brown. Fletcher was beginning to get worried. "I think my tree is sick," said Fletcher. "What's wrong with it?" his mother asked. "Its leaves are turning brown," said Fletcher. "Don't worry, it's only autumn," she said. Fletcher ran back to his tree and patted the rough bark. "Don't worry, it's only autumn," he said. "You'll be feeling better soon." But the tree didn't get better. Each day, more leaves turned brown. One morning, the wind blew a small brown leaf off of a branch. Fletcher jumped up and caught it very gently in his paw. "Don't worry, tree, I've got your leaf, I'll fix you." Fletcher looked around, picked a piece of grass, and carefully tied the leaf to a branch. Just then another gust of wind ruffled Fletcher's fur. The little leaf shook itself free and fluttered back to the ground. Fletcher picked it up again and thought very hard. Then he poked the leaf into a twig and pushed it down firmly. "Now you hold on tight," said Fletcher. "No more flying around." The little leaf gave a tiny rustle in reply. The next day, a strong wind was blowing through the forest. Fletcher rushed out of the den and ran all the way to his tree. Lots of branches were bare, and little lost leaves spun everywhere. "Don't worry, tree, I'll catch them for you, I promise." Round and round and round whirled Fletcher after the swirling leaves. "Leaves, wonderful, just what I need for my nest," said a squirrel. "But these belong to the tree," said Fletcher. "Don't take them away." "The tree doesn't need them anymore," said the squirrel, bounding off. "Help! Help! The wind and the squirrel are stealing our leaves," cried Fletcher. "Leaves, terrific! Just what I need to keep warm," said a porcupine, rolling around. "But these belong to the tree," said Fletcher, plucking leaves from the porcupine's needles. "Not anymore," snuffled the porcupine, and away he rolled. "Help! Help! The wind, the squirrel, and the porcupine are stealing our leaves," cried Fletcher. Suddenly, a flock of friendly birds swooped down from the sky. They picked up the leaves in their beaks and poked them onto the tree's branches. Soon the tree was leafy again, and Fletcher flopped down and smiled. "Thank you, birds, thank you," he gasped as the birds fluttered away. He lay looking up through the leaves of the sky and drifted off to sleep. But the wind continued to blow and the branches still danced. The leaves shivered and shook themselves and began to wriggle free. They tossed and turned and twitched and twirled and tumbled to the ground. They brushed Fletcher's ears and nose and filled his dreams with a whispering sound. When Fletcher finally woke up, he couldn't believe his eyes. Instead of a roof of dancing leaves, all he could see were bare branches against the sky. "Oh, tree, I'm so sorry," gulped Fletcher. "All your leaves are gone." But then he saw, high in the branches, one small leaf still holding on. "I won't let the wind steal that one," said Fletcher, and he began to climb. He crawled along to the last leaf and held it firmly onto its branch. All day long the wind blew, the branch bounced, and Fletcher held tight. "I'll stay with you, leaf," he said. "Don't worry." But then, with a sudden whoosh of wind, the branch bounced high. With a flip, the leaf let go and fluttered like a little fly clutched in Fletcher's paw. Fletcher looked sadly at the leaf he had promised to save. He carried it carefully down the tree and back to the den. He made a cozy little bed for it and gently tucked it in. But all night long, he could only think of his tree all on his own. At dawn, Fletcher tiptoed outside. The wind had finally stopped blowing and the air was cold. The moon still hung in the clear sky and pale stars glimmered. As he came to his favorite tree, Fletcher saw a magical sight. The tree was hung with 1,000 icicles, shining silver in the early light. "You are more beautiful than ever," whispered Fletcher, "but are you all right?" A tiny breeze shivered the branches, making a sound like laughter, and in the light of the rising sun, the sparkling branches nodded. Fletcher gave his tree a hug. Then he went back to the den for a nice, warm breakfast. The end. My friend Squirrel is going to help me with this poem called Autumn. Autumn winds begin to blow. Colored leaves fall fast and slow, twirling, whirling all around, till at last they touch the ground. Can you help me do that poem? Autumn winds begin to blow. Colored leaves fall fast and slow, twirling, whirling all around, till at last they touch the ground. Nice job, everybody. Let's go ahead and sing our goodbye song, The More We Get Together. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Thanks for joining me, everybody. See you next time.